Welcome back, troglodytes, to Would You Rock or Not? Fender Friday edition. This week we're taking a look at the prettiest Telecaster in existence, the Paisley teles. The Paisley Telecasters were introduced in 1968 along with the thin line Telecasters. But Paisley, that sounds like a famous country music star, doesn't it? Brad Paisley. Was this a signature model or something he helped design? Does this instrument have anything to do with him? No, it doesn't. Brad Paisley was born October 28th of 1972. So what is the story behind these strange looking guitars? They get their name from their finish, or more so, the wallpaper underneath their finish. They were produced in Pink Paisley and Blue Flower. These were designed off of fashion trends with 60s hippies, the whole flower power and summer of love movements. So you really can Google up pictures of guys in the 60s wearing shirts that look just like this, as well as wallpaper designs and things like that. So it just seems natural to put that same design on a guitar, put some coats of clear coat on that alder body, slap a clear plexiglass pickguard on it with some finish appointments, and then call it a groovy tele. But if Brad Paisley is the person originally associated with these, who is? It's actually a man named James Burton. Not Tim Burton, we're talking the guy that played with Elivis. Fender needed to market this new model, so they gave it to him because, well, Elivis is a pretty big guy. People are gonna see his guitarist using them and run with that design. So Fender gave him one in 1969 to use. Now, he was apparently hesitant. I would probably be too if they're like, hey, play this pink guitar. Maybe he would have been more comfortable with one of the blue ones. But Elivis and the gang, they're like, no man, you gotta play it. And since then, that guitar has become synonymous with his name. It wasn't only the Telecaster that got this treatment though. They also did it on Telecaster basses, and there's one very rare Pink Paisley Stratocaster out there. It used to be owned by John Entwistle, who was the bassist for The Who. As these things age, similar to like with Gibson's Pelham Blue finish, the blue will turn to green and the pink will turn to a gold color. Now the reasoning for that is, remember, it's not actually a finish on these guitars, it's just a clear coat. So as the guitar ages, that nitro clear coat will turn yellow. So instead of clear and pink equaling pink, you now have yellow and pink turning to a golden hue. Same thing with the blue. Blue and yellow makes green. Unfortunately, another common defect for these as they start to age is the lacquer starts to check and flake off, and because of that, so does the wallpaper underneath. Another interesting aging phenomenon is the finish underneath the pickguard will not age the same as the rest of the instrument. So that can lead to some mix-match colors where you have that golden or green hue, but then you see the original pink or blue still through the pickguard. These are very rare and desirable Telecasters from a collector's standpoint, and according to the official Vintage Guitar Magazine price guide for 2019, they put an estimated range of $11,300 all the way to $15,000 for very fine examples. So what happens if you can't afford or don't want to pay $15,000 for an original? Well, thankfully, there have been many reissues of these guitars. The first reissues of these started in 1984 and lasted until about 1987. These were crafted in Japan Strats and teles that featured the Pink Paisley and Blue Flower designs. These will run you usually around $1,000 to about $1,500, so it's a lot more reasonable than an original. There have also been many custom shop reissues, including Fender's Painted Over series, where you can start to see the Paisley wallpaper showing through the refin job. There have also been other colors introduced, such as the Black Paisley. Now, Mr. Paisley owns one of the Pink Paisley originals, But he also has a new signature model from Fender. His is a completely sparkle silver colored guitar that has the Paisley pickguard on it in a black theme. This is based off of his '63 Telecaster. And this reissue runs you about $1,200 new, which is quite pricey for a made in Mexico Fender. James Burton also has a reissue Paisley, that is the Paisley Flame. Essentially, Paisley is only visible in a flame pattern, which is fairly interesting. So now that we know a little bit more about the history of the Paisley design, let's go ahead and hear how one sounds. Questions left? Would you rock a Paisley Telecaster or not? Out of the original colors, would you select pink or blue? Leave your answer down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you missed it earlier this week, I am holding a contest. The top 3 winners get to pick the next subjects of our Rock or Not series. Thank you, Troglodytes, for watching, and we will see you tomorrow on the next episode. Take care.